So I wanted to record a short video. This evening, my family and I, we went to see the Kenai Theater put on the stage show of Grease. It was actually at the high school, at the Kenai High School, but it was the local theater group put it on there. And it's not honestly, I just kind of went along to, as sort of family night out, as opposed to not particularly wanting to go. It's not a big fan of the play or the movie. It's just not it's fine. It's just not my thing. But while there, immersed in my own thought, lately I've been, if you've watched some of my more recent videos, I've kind of immersed myself in a whole lot of feminist literature and things like that, just trying to understand different people's perspectives. And so while watching Grease, now I'm sure all of you have seen it, know the basic storyline. Boy meets girl, and then at the high school, boy is too cool for girl and blows her off, but really, really cares about her. And in the end, they get together, and it's a happy, singing ending. But the thing I was watching it that was sort of like that, I guess I'd noted before, but it really sort of stood out in watching it this evening, is how kind of, I guess from a feminist perspective, it's really kind of offensive. In that, or actually I'm not even going to say feminist perspective, from a humanist perspective, from a decent human being's perspective, in that, he's kind of a bad kid. He's something of a delinquent, while she's good and upstanding and pure. And in the end, she changes her appearance and attitude and behavior to become like the other bad girls. And then he suddenly realizes what he's missing and has to be with her, and so they get together, and that's the happy ending. And I thought, why does she have to change? And I'm not, I how to put this? It's like, what was wrong with her in the beginning? He was really the jerk, so why does she change to model his impression of her, or why does she change to become what he wants in a woman, in a partner? When in reality, it ultimately hurts her. I mean, it's freaking high school. I mean, it's not like after what's the future of that relationship? It's a high school romance, and even if it does work out, I mean, is that going to, I don't know, stealing hubcaps going to get her into college or what? Whatever. So she actually took a negative turn, smoking cigarettes and all of this stuff, and I just thought that was a very interesting message, and especially thought it was interesting because, just the play is very popular. I mean, they put it on when I was in high school. At least I think they did. At least it was. Anyway, it's a popular thing that's done in schools. It's the movie is very popular with, it's like, you show it at religious gatherings. Not that it's religious, but I mean, it's something that's, it's kind of a well-liked thing with a lot of people, when the message seems to be very much against what they would otherwise what they would uphold, if that makes sense. I hope I'm kind of rambling here. I apologize. These are just sort of thoughts I was thinking during the movie, or during the play. Sorry. Anyway, but then now this is sort of a side branch to that whole little rant. My mind works in odd ways. I'm always, one thing jumps to another. It's very confusing inside my head sometimes. But I'm sitting and watching this, and kind of, really thinking, wow, what a terrible story this is. What an awful, awful thing. This is just, despicable. And kind of scripting in my head this actual video I'm making now. And I kind of glance over to the side, and I see in the audience, there's this little boy. He's maybe 5. He might be 5. I mean, he could have been younger than that. He was a very, very, very small child, little boy, and the parents were trying to get him back to come sit down with them, because he was in the audience during the "We Go Together" big ending thing, and he was in there, and he was just dancing away, mimicking the actors on stage, and just like right in the middle of the aisle. And I looked, and I was watching this, and I couldn't help but smile. I mean, it was the most adorable thing I've seen in forever. And the parents are just mortified. They're trying to get him to come back, and he just keeps breaking free and going back out and dancing some more. And it kind of, to me, it was I guess on an equal depth level as was to me in my head, my analysis of the chauvinistic thing about the play, because I started looking at this, and I looked around, and I realized a good number of the people, at least in the section that we were sitting in, were all watching this little boy, as opposed to watching the show. And everybody was smiling and watching, and it was this, and I kind of thought, how to put this without sounding like a moron, but I thought, this little boy's not sitting there analyzing this and finding the society evils that it contains, or looking at the negative aspects of it, or anything. He's just absolutely ecstatically enjoying this play. And I thought, oh my God, how come I can't do that? How come I can't just enjoy something for the sheer enjoyment of it? Why am I sitting here, mentally taking note of all of the, offensive remarks and this? And it was kind of a, it just kind of made me think, and it was like I wanted to go shake this little boy's hand after. I didn't, obviously, but I mean, I thought, wow, maybe you're onto something a whole lot deeper than I am. Anyway, if that makes any sense to you guys. Anyway, I'm sorry, just my ramblings. I'm not gonna there's nothing in this. Just saw Grease and didn't particularly enjoy it, but certainly enjoyed watching the little child dancing in the aisle. It was pretty awesome. So anyway, take care. I'll talk to you later.